Hey, what's up guys? Henry and Benny here, welcoming you to a whole new month and your November update. It's looking like a fairly quiet one, to be honest. Oh, hang on, what's this? Something about a new console? Wait, 2 of them? Well, I guess it's gonna be a busy month after all.
Yep, November is next-gen month. The Xbox Series X and Series S arrive on the 10th, and well, I'm sure you know this by now, but let's do a quick recap of the facts. The Xbox Series S is just £249.99p, which is just crazy cheap for a next-gen console. It's also the smallest Xbox ever made, weighing in at just under 2 kilograms and sleek enough to slip in a bag or even hide in the background of a video call, just, hypothetically speaking. The Xbox Series X, meanwhile, is an absolute beast. This is the console of choice for anyone who absolutely needs the most bleeding-edge gaming tech, with teraflops coming out its proverbial ears and all the power you need to play games at native 4K with maximum frames per second. But whichever machine you opt for, there's a lot of shared next-gen goodness to enjoy, like the unprecedented speed of their SSD storage, paired with the technical wizardry of Xbox Velocity architecture, which means you'll be able to jump into and between games at the drop of a hat, or frame rates that go all the way up to 120, or DirectX ray tracing for some truly wolf whistle-worthy lighting effects, or fully immersive audio with spatial sound, or well, you get the idea.
Oh yeah, and new consoles also mean new controllers. The new Xbox wireless controller is an excellent iteration on the Xbox One model with a slightly smaller shape and a textured grip for more ergonomic gaming, plus a new hybrid D-pad inspired by the Elite Series 2. But probably the biggest addition is the share button, sat right in the middle of the controller, which makes it easier to take screenshots and capture video in 4K 60fps and then, well, share them. Hence the name, I suppose. And this controller's not just for Xbox Series S and X. Using Bluetooth, it can connect to your phone for some cloud gaming, or your PC, or even your Xbox One. So, if you're not quite ready to upgrade your console just yet, you can still pick up one of these bad boys and give your thumbs the next-gen treat that they deserve.
And of course, a new console means new games, so let's take a quick peek at some of our favorite launch titles. They're all available on Xbox One, so if you haven't got your Xbox Series S or X lined up just yet, you'll still be able to play them. But if you have got a new console, these optimized titles are the perfect way to put it through its paces. First up, the big first-party launch, Gears Tactics. You might have played this brilliant strategy game already on PC, but it's now coming to consoles, and straight to Xbox Game Pass. If you're a veteran of tactics titles like XCOM, you're going to love this action-packed take on the genre. But if you're a newbie, it's a perfect way in, with all the gory goodness that you'd expect from a Gears game. Meanwhile, from Ubisoft, there's Assassin's Creed Valhalla, bringing the series' historical sneaking and stabbing to the Viking era, complete with all the longships, axes, and beards that you'd expect. As Ivor, who can be a man or woman, you choose, you'll be leading a conquest of the British Isles, starting with its most important city, Norwich. But behind the raiding and looting is a wish to just settle down, and you'll be building up your own settlement as you play.
Sticking within the British borders, but taking it to a very different era, is Ubisoft's other big game this month, Watch Dogs Legion. This one's set in a future London overtaken by oppressive forces. It's up to you to resist, and with the help of your fellow Londoners, take on the bad guys. The game's big idea is that you can recruit anyone you meet in the city and tap into their particular set of skills to bring down enemies, hack defenses, and generally wreak havoc. Or if you prefer to explore a modern-day metropolis, Yakuza Like a Dragon brings the crime cult classic into a new era, kicking off a brand new saga in a new setting, the Japanese city of Yokohama. It's a gorgeously realised locale that's the perfect jumping on point for newcomers to the series, with some truly bonkers side activities to discover. Karaoke, anyone? This is just a taste of the launch titles on offer though. Tetris Effect Connected combines the classic puzzle game with a music visualizer, the Falconeer lets you take to the sky as a fully armed falcon, and Planet Coaster lets you build the theme park of your dreams. Oh, and there's also Dirt 5, which actually comes out on the 6th, so if you can't wait to get your fill of off-road racing, you can pick it up then on Xbox One. But the next-gen version is skidding onto Xbox Series S and X on launch day so that you can race around its gorgeous tracks in 120 FPS. And thanks to Smart Delivery, it's a totally free upgrade. In fact, all of the games we've mentioned so far support Smart Delivery, meaning you'll automatically get the best version for your console that you're currently playing on at no extra charge.
But it's not all next-gen optimized games on the 10th. There are a few Xbox One bangers arriving the very same day. Though of course, if you have taken the leap into next-gen, you'll be able to play all these on Xbox Series X and S, thanks to seamless cross-gen compatibility. And speaking of bangers, first up is Fuser, the latest game from rock band makers Harmonix, a game that puts you behind the decks of a non-stop digital music festival, mashing up over 100 tunes from artists like Billie Eilish, Lizzo, and Rick Ashley, because why not? Then there's 13, a remake of the game adaptation of the original French comic. And you can really see the source material coming through, with a beautiful cel-shaded style, big old kaboom sound effects, and even on-screen panels that break down your very best headshots, moment by moment. And last, but very much not least, is Destiny 2 Beyond Light. This is the latest major expansion, making the massively multiplayer shooter even bigger, with new exotic loot to grab, a new set of subclasses, with the addition of stasis attacks and a whole new location to do it on. As with the rest of Destiny 2, you'll be able to play Beyond Light on launch day with Xbox Game Pass, and it's worth sticking around because an upgraded version is coming to Xbox Series S and X on the 8th of December for some truly next-gen shooting at 4K 60 frames per second.
And we're still not done with the 10th. It really is the day that just keeps on giving, because the 10th of November also marks the addition of EA Play to Xbox Game Pass. If you're an Ultimate member, you'll be able to reap all of the benefits of EA's subscription service as part of your existing pass. That means full access to a library of games including Titanfall 2, The Sims 4, and Star Wars Battlefront 2, as well as 10-hour trials that let you sample brand new releases before they even hit shelves. Throw in some bonus in-game rewards, challenges, and a 10% discount on EA digital games and purchases, and you've got a fantastic package, especially considering you don't even need to pay any extra on top of your Game Pass Ultimate fee. The 10th really is shaping up to be a historic day for Xbox fans.
And of course, that's not all, because a new month means a fresh batch of games with gold. In case you don't know by now, these are titles that you can download to keep every single month, completely free with your Xbox Live Gold subscription. First up this month, and available from the 1st through to the 30th, is Aragami Shadow Edition. If you've ever wanted to be a ninja, this is the game for you. A stealthy sneak 'em up where you play as an undead assassin in feudal Japan. Yep, undead. On the plus side, that means you've got all sorts of special powers, like teleporting and going invisible. But on the other, you're also kind of allergic to sunlight, so you better stick to those shadows. Going into battle alongside Aragami is Full Spectrum Warrior, a military classic from the OG Xbox days, where tactical placement of your squad is just as important as accurate shooting. That's available until the 15th, so look sharp and grab it early.
Then, taking its place on the 16th is a certain fedora-wearing archaeologist in LEGO Indiana Jones: The Original Adventures. This takes the 3 classic films, yes, 3, they never made any more after that, and gives them a plastic makeover with a toy box of over 60 playable minifigs to choose from. And finally, taking us into the wintry waters of December is Swim Sanity. This is an aquatic, side-scrolling shooter best enjoyed with a few friends. You can work together in co-op, bringing down deep-sea leviathans with your combined firepower, or turn on each other in a plethora of versus modes, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. So there we have it. That's just a taste of what's happening in November. We're going to have so much Xbox Series X and S news in the coming weeks, months, and years that you should probably just hit subscribe right now. Then you can check out even more juicy Xbox content on the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye!